Hi there, it's Nathan at FlippinOut Slingshots, and today we are going to see if we can get some fork kits and test all the different materials that I make my slingshots from. So first we're going to be testing Baltic Birch, which is a really common wood that a lot of slingshot makers use. This is an 18mm top grade Baltic Birch, same thing that all the best Baltic Birch slingshot, multiplex slingshots are made from. So we're going to try a few fork kits on this one. I am going to attempt to get these fork kits by holding the slingshot. Earlier today I was having a hard time getting a fork kit until I talked to Ray Shot on the forums, and he told me a little trick to try, and sure enough it works. I smacked my finger really hard. So I will be holding these hammer grip today. Sorry about that, guys. I can't break my fingers in the name of research. But then the other material that we're going to work with is this Specter Ply, which is all the colored slingshots you see from me. This one is just in the all charcoal color. This is also birch multiplex. Then we're also going to test the DymaLux, which is a phenolic impregnated birch multiplex. Much tougher, much heavier. So we're going to shoot them all. We're going to try to get some fork kits, and unlike some of the other fork kit videos we've seen, we aren't going to shoot at the body of the slingshot. We're actually going to try to replicate a fork kit that happens in everyday shooting. It doesn't mean much to shoot a slingshot right here or in the handle. Most woods are going to take that just fine. It's up here that really what counts. So we're going to get started here. I'm going to try to set up some good camera angles. Let's see if we can get some fork kits. I'm going to be shooting these with just the bands that come on my slingshots, which are the single layer Theraband Gold target bands. I'll have some information on the speed of those to accompany the presentation. And we'll be shooting 3/8 steel today. So let's crack some slingshots and see if we can break something. Okay, here we go. This is with just Baltic Birch 18mm multiplex, just a standard that most folks make their slingshots out of. I'm going to attempt a fork kit. Ray Shot tells me you got to roll it over your finger like that and don't tweak it. So let's see what happens. Put my safety glasses on here. Alright, that was a pretty vicious fork kit there. Took it right there. So all we did was dent the multiplex. That was at full draw. I have a 32-inch draw. And again, single Theraband Gold. So let's try that one more time. Crack it again. Alright, that was another fork kit. Looks like we put a little dent right there. So really not much damage. But one more try. Alright, and again we smashed it right there. So by no means did it break the slingshot. It simply just dented the wood. So really no worries with this one. Well, let's try the SpectraPly. Alright, so now we're going to try the SpectraPly. And now I haven't finished these slingshots. They're just roughed out. There's no sense in completely finishing a slingshot that you're trying to break. So here's the SpectraPly in the all charcoal color. Again, this is a birch multiplex, a little bit heavier and a little bit denser than your standard 18mm Baltic Birch multiplex. Quite a few more laminations per given thickness. So again, I'm going to hold this one hammer grip to protect my hands. I've got a 32-inch draw, shooting these single Theraband Golds and 3/8 steel. Let's see if we can crack a fork. Alright, that was a fork kit. I'm trying to see where it hit. Alright, I really don't see a mark. But that is absolutely a fork kit. Let's try again. Alright. There's the hit right there. I don't know if you can see much of it, but it just barely dented this wood. SpectraPly is extremely tough stuff. It's not impregnated with any resins like the DymaLux is, but get great color and it's still really strong. So let's see if we can break it again. Alright, again, just a little nick right across the top there. I really can't even tell that it's hit. Okay. Again, just another little dent right here. So the Specter Ply is holding up quite a bit better than your standard Baltic Birch multiplex. I'm really impressed by that because fundamentally it's not a hugely different material other than the fact that it's got more laminations per given thickness. And let's get one more right here. Alright, that was a good one. We can see right here. See if we can get some shadowing. But a good solid strike, and all it did was simply dent the wood. That's SpectraPly, really tough stuff. Now let's step it on up to the DymaLux and see what happens. Alright, so here we have some DymaLux, and this is in the color called Desert Sand, which is just a natural color. But you can see here that this particular material, I haven't counted laminations. This is 3/4 inch thick or 18 millimeter, and there are a whole bunch of laminations in that. So this stuff is not only more laminations than your standard Baltic Birch multiplex or the SpectraPly, but it's also impregnated with phenolic resins under tremendous heat and pressure. This is a very, very similar material to diamond wood that a lot of slingshots are made out of, and gun stocks and game calls. This is just by a different manufacturer. So we're going to see how this handles some fork kits. Same thing, single Theraband Gold, 3/8 steel at a 32-inch draw. Here we go. Alright, let's see if we can find that fork kit. Definitely heard it. Okay, I'm not really able to identify any mark on that fork. Let's try it again. Alright, that was a good solid fork strike. Okay, we got right here, right on this edge here, probably the most weak part of the fork. We've got just a little bit of chipping here, but by no means is it damaged. Okay, let's give it one more. Alright, that was a good one. Alright, we can see that the fork kit was right there, just below the band tie, and it is just an ever so slight depression. So all in all, you know, all of these materials hold up admirably, and of course we're just shooting 3/8 steel.